Alright, so I am going to do this the same way in just my underwear. So this is the weight. Okay, first weigh-in, 152.6, day 1. .9. 150.1. Can't do the Wi-Fi. 148.9. 149.9. 150 pounds. 149.6. What's up, you guys? So I am making a video on why I weigh myself every day when I'm cutting. Now, a lot of people argue different things. Some people argue it's not healthy for your mental state to weigh yourself every day, while others believe in weighing yourself every day to kind of gauge your progress. But I'm going to show you why I weigh myself every day for results. Alright, you guys, so up on this board I have all of my week 1 weigh-ins. So all of this is from week 1. So this here is my starting weight, just so you guys know. And then from here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days worth of weigh-ins. Now, when I look at these numbers, okay, so with somebody who's not experienced with losing weight, they may think that they're dropping weight and then they come here and they think they did something wrong because the weight gain is there, but then they dropped again, but then they look at this number and think, how did I gain this much weight? But the way I look at it is there are factors that make your weight go up and down, but what really matters is your weekly average. I go by weekly average because there are several factors that can make these numbers go up and down, and I'm going to list those factors over here. So here are the factors that make your weight go up or down. One of them could be what time you weigh in. In a perfect world, you would want to weigh in at the same time every day. And also in a perfect world, you'd want to have dinner at the same time every day with the same amount of carbs. So another thing that would affect your morning weigh-in is how much you ate at dinner, or how much of your calories you ate at night. Alright, another thing is sodium intake and overall caloric intake. So during these weigh-ins, I was consistent with my macros. So that's why I'm going to take into consideration every single day of this week. But if you have a day where you cheat, so say this day you weren't on your macros at all and you went way above what your goals were, then I actually wouldn't count the next day's weigh-in as something to consider for the average weigh-in, because at that time you went overboard. Maybe you did the 10,000 calorie challenge, I don't know. But on that day I wouldn't include that weigh-in if it is the high one and you were way off on your macros and your whole plan. But anyway, so I'm going to add all these up, and this is how I calculate the average weigh-in. I'm going to bring up my calculator. I'm going to go ahead and add all these up first. Alright, so I added all these up, divided it by 7 since there's 7 weigh-ins we're including, and this is my average weight. Average weight for the week was 150.6. and then I'm just gonna round it up right here. Pounds. So from here, what I'm going to do to calculate my average weight loss is use my starting weight and subtract that. So I'm going to do 152.6 pounds, and I'm going to subtract it from there. So the average weight loss was about 2.31 pounds. Alright, you guys, I drew a chart here because what really matters in the great scheme of things is the big picture. So this chart shows basically probably what my big picture is going to look like. So all these dots is the weights going up and down, right? But overall, it's going down. So this line represents the average line. So on average, the weight will be dropping. Going in a downward spiral. So I wouldn't worry about all these different little weigh-ins, but the reason why I do that is so I could get that average weight. If I just went by one day out of the week, what if that one day was when I ate dinner late and I gained 2 pounds? Then I'd be discouraged, right? And I wouldn't want to stay on track. But you got to take your emotion out of it. Subtract that emotion. I know it's hard for, especially females, to think logically about the weight, but you really need to. You really stop being emotional. I know it's hard, but you have to think logically. Think, was my sodium intake higher? Did I eat out? What time did I eat my last meal? Was I on point with my macros? All these things are going to come into play with your weight the next day. And also, have you been consistently weighing in at the same time? Oh, also, I need to talk about consistency when weighing in. Other than trying to weigh in at the same time, try to wear the same clothes. So if you're going to wear a sports bra plus your underwear, then do it this way every single time. If you're going to weigh in after using the restroom, weigh in after using the restroom every single time. And I highly recommend you actually do wake up, use the restroom, then weigh in. Don't wake up, drink a huge thing of water, use the restroom, then weigh in, because that's going to mess with your weight. So keep it consistent. Keep it as consistent as possible. We're all human, so there's going to be days where maybe you can't weigh in exactly how you usually do. Now you may be wondering, where can I track my macros? You go old school, piece of paper. You can track by paper. You can track with a whiteboard like I have one, but I use the note section of iPhone. I'm sure all smartphones these days has a notes section. So that's how I track it on my notes section. You could use an app such as MyFitnessPal. There's actually another app that I tried using called the Happy Scale, and I think it tries to kind of guess what your next weigh-in is going to be. So there's apps like MyFitnessPal, Happy Scale. You can track it on the notes section of your iPhone. Highly recommend the old-fashioned way, or on a piece of paper, and that you could post right by your actual scale. Alright, you guys, so that's going to conclude the video. If you're a new viewer, please hit that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, please hit the notification bell. It's the bell right next to the subscribe button. And after you click it, it should do something like this. And that means that you're going to be notified every time I upload a brand new video. I'm uploading 3 to 5 videos per week during this cut. And in my videos, I talk about fitness, I show my full days of eating, or I teach you guys something like I did in this video. So anyhow, if you liked the video, please give it a like, share this video with someone that you think would need this, and I'll see you on the next one.